Types of money. We have different types of money. Number one, we have coins. Coins are precious metal made of silver, which have a defined amount attached to it by a particular government of that country. For example, see an example of Nigerian coins, 50 kobo. That is the front and the back of the Nigerian coins. That is an example of coins. Number two, we have commodity money. Many items have been used as commodity money, such as natural scarce precious metal, or conch shells, or barley, or beads, as well as many other things that are thought of as having a kind of value. And see an example of the commodity money. This is cowrie. It was used in the olden days as a form of money for transaction. Then we have what we call representative money. Another name for representative money is near money or quasi money. This money are material used as money. They are generally acceptable because they are not legal tender. That is, they are not legal tender because they cannot use them to buy something outside, but they can still be used as money in financial institutions such as bank draft and check. We have a sample of check here. Check is a kind of money, but nobody can take check to to market and say, oh, I want to buy a combo of rice, and you are tendering check as your money. Nobody will collect it from you. But taking check to bank, you can get money. So money is a kind of, check is a kind of representative money, but it is not legal tender. Legal tender in the sense that you can't use it in the general market to buy one thing or the other. Another type of money is what we call fiduciary money. Fiduciary money is an issued bank note, not backed by gold, but by government security. Example is what we call share. Share is a kind of money in the banking sector and is part of the money that we have. See an example of share certificate showing the number of shares that a particular person is having in a particular company or the other, showing the kind of the amount of money such a person is having in that organization. That is another type of money. Also, we have fiat money, or what we call fiat currency. It's money whose value is not derived from any intrinsic value or guarantee that it can be converted into a valuable commodity, such as gold. Instead, it has value only by government order. It's only by government order that we use it as money. It's not something that is of like the coins that has some attractive materials that we can just see and want to have it because of the value. But it has a kind of backing from the government of that particular country or society to be used as money. Example is paper money. Ordinarily, nobody will see paper on ground and want to take it as if it's something important. But because some paper has been printed and decorated as money, then it has been backed up by the government of such particular country as money. It refers to as money and it carries some value. See a series of Nigerian currency that we have: 1,000, 500, 200, 100, 50, 20, 10 naira, and 5 naira. These are the example of fiat money. And the last one is what we call deposit money. This one is a form of money in someone's bank account. The amount of money you have in your bank account is a form of money. Those are the example of the types of money that we have. Demand for money. Demand for money is the desire of people to hold financial assets in form of money, that is, in form of cash or bank money. Demand for money is how much of wealth, in form of financial wealth, that a particular person wishes to hold as money at a particular period of time. The demand for money is affected by several factors, including the level of income, the level of interest rates, the level of inflation, in a country, as well as uncertainty about the future. The way in which this factor affects money, the money is usually explained in terms of three motives. The first one is what we call the transactional motives. The second one is what we call precautionary motives. And the last one is what we call speculative motives. Now let's take it one after the other. The transactional motives is a motive for holding money to exchange goods for goods and services, or purchase one thing or the other. You want to transact. You want to use money to do some activities, some economic activities, and the rest. That is the first motive. Everybody needs this, has this motive that, oh, I want to buy something, I want to travel to one place or the other, I want to do this, I want to do that, and you need money. That is the transactional motives behind demand for money. That is one motive, the first motive in the heart of everyone to hold money. If you see even a little boy that, oh, he said, oh, daddy, I need this also amount of money. For what? What do you want to use it for? I want to buy sweets. I want to buy biscuits. That is a kind of demand, the transactional motive behind demanding for money. Number two, precautionary motive. Precautionary motive, people often demand money as a precaution against an uncertain future. We have unexpected expenses such as medical care or car repairs or one bill or the other that will arise in the future. We may not even be able to forecast them. We will not be able to say, oh, this is how much I will need tomorrow, because some things that you did not plan for can arise. And in order to save life and in order to save someone's face from disgrace, we tend to have some money in extra for such an occurrence. So the need to have money available in such situation is referred to as precautionary motive for demanding money. And the third one is speculative motive. Money, like other store of value, is an asset. So we demand to have them as an asset and keep them for future. And the major brain behind this kind of motive is to gain one thing or the other, is to make profit in the future, especially the businessmen and the entrepreneurs. They tend to keep money, they tend to have money so as to make some kind of future profit. The demand for an asset depends on both its rate of return and its opportunity cost. That is, if I keep this so amount of money now, how much will it generate in the future? How much returns will it bring in the future? That is a typical, a very good mind behind the speculative money. Typically, holding money provides no rate of return and often depreciates in value if peradventure there is inflation in the country. But the possibility of the money that we want to tie down now to generate a better and greater returns in the future is what brings about the speculative motive for demanding for money. So the speculative motive for demanding money arises in situations where holding money is perceived to be less risky than the alternative of lending the money or investing the money in the future. Those are the three motives behind demanding for money. Now, we also have what we call supply of money. Supply of money is the entire stock of currency or other form of liquid instrument called money in a country over a period of time. The amount of money in the circulation, the amount of money in the country, in the market, is what we call money supply over a particular period of time. The money supply can include cash, it can include coins, it can include the balances you have at hand or in the bank. Those ones put together are what we call the supply of money. Also, let's look at what we call value of money. We have money. What is the value of the money? This is defined as the quantity of goods and services which a given amount of money can buy. If you are holding a particular amount of money, you want to know how much you want to know the value of that money you are holding. The value of that money you are holding depends on how much of the goods and services you can buy with that money. That is the value of money. It refers to the purchasing power of the money. What is the power of this money? How much of things can it purchase? That is the value of money. So when a certain amount of money can buy a fewer goods and services, this means the value of that money has fallen in that case. But when a particular amount of money can buy a very greater and large amount of goods and services, you can say money has a very big value. But what are the things that determines whether the value of money is very high or very low? The determinant of the value of money, we have three. One, we have price level. The value of money varies inversely with the price level. If the price of goods and services in the society is very high, therefore money you are holding will not be able to buy much, but very, very few amount of goods that you'll be able to buy. Therefore, as the price of goods and services is increasing, the value of money will be reducing in that economy. So a fall in price of goods and services leads to an increase in the value of money. Also, we have inflation and deflation. The value of money generally reduces during inflation and usually increase during deflation. Inflation is whenever there is inflation, money will not be able to buy much goods and services. But during deflation, whereby there are enough money, enough resources, but there will be much value attached to money in that situation, because with your money, with the very little money you are having, you'll be able to buy more than enough goods and services. And the last one is the volume of goods and services. The level of production determines the volume of goods and services in an economy. If the level of production in an economy is very high, then there will be enough output, there will be enough product available, and that one will make it to have you make money to have much value, because there will be much food, there will be much goods that need to be sold and people want to buy, and in that case the little amount of money you are having and you are holding will be able to buy more than enough as you require. These are the three value of money, the three determinants of value of money, the three factors that determines how much the money you are holding can buy and can acquire goods and services. Now let's look at some questions under the topic money. The first one is: the greatest limitation of barter system is the need for dash. A. Durability. B. Portability. C. Divisibility. D. Double coincidence of ones. Number 2. Which of the following is not a function of money? A. Store of value. B. Unit of account. C. Stability of value. D. Standard of deferred payment. Number 3. The most unique quality of money is its dash. A. Divisibility. B. Relative scarcity. C. Durability. And D. General acceptability. Number 4. The value of money is affected by dash. A. Speculative motive. B. Price level. C. Precautionary motive. D. Transactionary motive. And number 5. Money will serve as a standard of deferred payment if it is dash. A. Stable in value. B. Durable. C. Easily recognized. And D. Homogeneity. Now let's take it one after the other and see the responses, the correct answer to the questions. Number 1 question that says the greatest limitation of barter system is the need for dash, is the need for double coincidence of one. That is the greatest problem of barter system. Looking for somebody that has what you want and want what you have is a very big problem under barter system. Number 2, which of the following is not a function of money? A. Store of value. B. Unit of account. C. Stability of value. D. Standard of deferred payments. The correct answer is that option C, that says stability of value. Number 3, the most unique quality of money is its dash. It is general acceptability. Money, the most unique quality of money is that it must be generally acceptable by all in the society. And the number 4, the value of money is affected by dash. It's affected by price level. That is option B. The value of money is affected by the price level. You see, you remember we say the higher the price level in the society, the lower the value of money, and vice versa. And the last one, money will serve as a deferred payment, as a standard of deferred payment if it is dash, if it is stable in value, if the value of money is the same now and the same in the future. That one will give us the possibility and make it easy for us to be able to transact for future, buy things in credit, because the amount you are buying it now has the same value with the amount you will pay back in the future.